let us immediately point out that he told these insensitive lies at the church service in the central part of the country, which implies that he fully knows the import of the agenda he is implementing. The first logical deduction is that he wants Christians to take up arms against Muslims by stoking the suspicion that adherents of the latter faith are out to annihilate the former. Secondly, he is pitching the South against the North, which will lead to a death match should Nigerians make the mistake of falling for the old weasel's antics. These concerns are not conjectures, neither are they out of proportion. Public discourse is in response to the outrage caused by Obasanjo is already polarized in such an ugly way that we should all be worried about what other damage he plans to inflict on the body politic of Nigeria, because he was not allowed to have his way like he used to. Opinion leaders of the Muslim faith from the North have spoken out to bash him for his lies, while their Christian counterparts and Southerners have for no reasons queued up behind Obasanjo. This is not the kind of country we want. We are aware that Obasanjo suffers from intermittent depression brought on by his wasted years in office as president that did not do enough to positively impact the life of Nigerians. His depression has been worsened by the direction and focus that President Muhammad Buhari has been able to show Nigerians, as opposed to the lost years that the country has under the People's Democratic Party. It is important that Nigerians do not allow Obasanjo to lead the country into crisis, which is his age-long ambition. We are not strangers to his many failed letters and antics in the run-up to the general elections, how he tried to appropriate even the name of our group in his desperate bid to rally Nigerians behind his destabilization agenda. He took the majority of Nigerians to see through his. In terms of his alleged Islamization of the country, had Obasanjo done the right thing when he was in office? The then dubious governors that told with Sharia rule would not have had the fertile ground to sow the seed of controversy that is today bearing the fruits of extremism and radicalization. He ignored them and allowed them to set the country on the tortuous path it today treads. The poverty he laid the foundation for remains the foundation of the huge recruitment pool for terrorist groups. Obasanjo's megalomaniac tendencies that made him want to be seen as the president of West Africa through the instrumentality of ECOWAS made him to speed up the regional bodies' integration process at a pace that Nigeria was not yet socially engineered to cope with. Had he been allowed, he was on the way to accelerating the African Union integration at a similar destructive pace. What we have today is a situation where mercenaries and terrorists of Fulani origin infiltrate the country from other African states using the ECOWAS protocol on free movement. These are the people Obasanjo is using to cast aspersion on other Nigerians by applying the blanket appellation of Fulani invasion. Beyond causing this schism that the country is now dealing with in its aftermath, Obasanjo's comments have done the damage of distracting Nigerians from fully appreciating the nature of security challenges the country is facing, which effectively means that the right solution may not be sought with the likes of Obasanjo constantly sending citizens in the wrong direction when it comes to understanding what is going on. This is satanic, and it reached the level of blasphemy for him to have made such comments at the synod. We state unequivocally that the ex-president is playing a game. He knows exactly where he's going, which is not far from the agenda to disintegrate the country at all costs. We have seen this pattern in the assertion of those that have come out to support his evil position. It is for this reason that we declare that Obasanjo owes Nigerians and the rest of the world more explanation to shed light on his aims, intentions, and objectives, why he made such evil pronouncement that is now dividing the country. he should come out to tell the world about his evil plans in details. Lastly, we want to alert and tell the federal government that they must take steps to counter the damages intended by Obasanjo's utterances. It will take the grace of God for the country not to record a spike in ethno-sectarian strife when a supposed leader has made the kind of criminal comments that came from Obasanjo. Citizens have to be reassured that government is on top of the security situation, which have no bearing with the lives of Obasanjo. Thank you. Sabo, the convener.